flying the BetaFPV Pavo 30 with 2 naked cameras. That coming up right after this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a quick review of the BetaFPV Pavo 30, as well as try a couple different naked cameras on it, see which one performs the best. You may have seen our previous video on the SMO 4K comparing it to other cameras, but since then there has been a firmware update, and with that firmware update it kind of fixed a lot of the issues that I really had with the camera. A lot of the kind of chromatic aberration and weird effects you got in tree lines, those sorts of things have been addressed. Looks much better now, so hopefully we'll give the Hero 8 a run for its money. Real quick, between these two cameras, the SMO 4K is ready to go out of the box. This Naked GoPro, it's a Hero 8 Black. It took some work. You did have to decase it, as well as I 3D printed a case for it and transferred all the electronics. Got a BEC board for it that works, so you could just run off of your regular flight battery. And so that was a little bit of work, but one nice thing, GepRC does have a out-of-the-box Hero 8 Black that is essentially identical to this. It's obviously much more polished and refined than this DIY version that we've got here. So if you do end up liking this camera better, there is a DIY version of this. It will cost you about $100 more than the SMO 4K, so just watch the videos and see if that's worth it to you. So what we're going to be doing today, we are going to try to fly a similar path between these two cameras within 5 minutes of each other, just enough time to land, swap a battery, and switch the camera out for the other. So before we take to the sky, the settings between these, GoPro Hero 8 Black, the Naked Hero 8 Black, does have its image stabilization turned off. We will be smoothing it in real steady go after the fact. Likewise, we will be using the Insta360 desktop, studio desktop version to be smoothing the SMO 4K footage. I'd also like to mention both the cameras are using their default color profiles. They're both filmed in 4K at 30 frames a second. So everything hopefully should be equal between these two cameras. Both of the cameras will be mounted with our GoPro 3D printed mount. We have essentially taken off the BetaFPV mount that is on there that uses a very small nut and bolt that can be easily lost, with more traditional style GoPro fingers that you can mount essentially any action camera onto. If that's something you're interested in, check the description below. We'll have a link to it in our website. The kit does include a polycarbonate nut as well as an Allen wrench for you to be able to take it on and off. It is extremely light. It's under 5 grams for the mount and the nut and bolt. So very light, very easy to swap cameras out. So we'll go ahead and take to the sky, and we'll come back here for some afterthoughts here in a second. A little bit about the Pavo 30 by BetaFPV. It is a 3-inch Cinewhoop style drone. It is the DJI FPV digital version. It has the Caddx Vista as well as the Nebula Nano camera. I do wish it had the Nebula Pro camera, but it still does a good job. Probably my only gripe about the drone is the antenna. The range isn't very far. I can probably get maybe 1,000 yards away before it starts breaking up. So, you know, it is what it is. It's made for more close range style of filming. If you do want to get some further range, I do suggest swapping this antenna out for a longer range antenna. It will suit you well. Unfortunately, you will have to do a lot of disassembly on the drone to get something like a long range antenna installed on there. You might actually even need to 3D print a part. I have not gotten into that. That's probably going to be my next upgrade for this drone. So real quickly, in the box, what we've got the drone itself. We've got an extra set of props. We've got a goodie bag full of parts, including a right angle adapter so you can connect to the flight controller. There is not a right angle adapter for the USB-C connection to the Vista unit, so that makes it rather difficult to get in there. I did have a right angle USB-C connector from another drone that I had to fit in this very tight spot between the frame and the propeller, and to get your Vista unit activated. All right, so that is it. I've been very happy with the GoPro Hero 8 Black, the Naked Hero 8 Black. It has served me very well in the few projects I've used on it so far. And the SMO 4K, also a great camera, a little bit less expensive than if you get the GepRC version. I did use and you might try this, I did get a broken GoPro Hero 8 off of the internet, off of eBay. It had a broken back screen, which we don't use the back screen on the Naked cameras anyway, so it didn't matter to me as long as it functioned fine, which it did. So I was able to get that for about 150 bucks, the BEC board for about 50 bucks. Did the 3D printing and a lot of the blood, sweat, and tears to get this thing transferred over. Took about an hour, hour and a half. So quite a bit of savings, 160 bucks versus 260 bucks versus about $360 for the GepRC Naked GoPro Hero 8 Black. So that is it for this video. If you found it helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. It's greatly appreciated. Links to all the products used in this video are down in the description below. Some of the links are affiliate links. We do get a small kickback if you do use those links, and it's greatly appreciated. Another way to help support the channel, help us create more content just like this. So that's it. Fly safe and bye for now.